This was one of those weeks where every time you felt like you checked something off of the to-do list or things that were like happening this week, you like looked and you were like, did you just put something else on my to-do list?
I knew you were going to say that. I felt like you add more. I check it off and I add more.
Did you just, and whether it's been work or home, just have your own to-do list, sir or madam.
You mean someone is in charge of your to-do list?
Me. And so if you're adding stuff to it, if you're mind your own business is what I'm saying.
Are you talking to the inner Crockett or are you talking to your wife?
That is, I guess probably both, but mostly other people. Yeah. No, it just felt like one of those weeks. Yeah, it was just, we had a combination of Liam didn't sleep well this week. And especially if obviously at night, you kind of take your wins and your losses there. But if he doesn't nap well, what the middle of our days are like if he doesn't nap well, I quickly turn into Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
I was going to say, you need a nap. You should put that on your schedule. You're to take a nap so I don't hurt anybody.
There were a couple of times this week where you do that accidental fall asleep where I was like sitting with my computer on my lap and I just like, and then you're like, whoa, that was a good 12 minutes where no one was watching.
Wow. Children. You knocked yourself out, because I could fall asleep for a minute and I'd be like, wow, I just got the best sleep ever. For a minute, because you're so sleep deprived.
RL, good morning. Aleda, happy Friday, friends. Happy opening day. Go Phillies.
Go Phillies.
And good morning, Kelly. Thank you for checking in.
Good morning. Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I was going through, that was the first thing I did this morning. I was going through my to-do list. I'm like, can I check this off? Oh, I got to add this. Soccer is this weekend. I have soccer Saturday and Sunday. Not me. No. No, I'm the soccer mom officially, because I got to go pick up the snacks and drinks. So I got to make sure I don't forget that. Shopping. They don't do that anymore. I haven't seen orange slices at soccer games. Everything is just get everything in bulk from the grocery store, Yeah. Get it all in bulk. The drinks and the chips at 10 in the morning. What? I don't know. That's what everyone's doing. You're right. I should do you know why you don't do orange slices? Although it looks so perfect when you see it in a movie. It's sticky. No one talks about the after effect. It's very
oranges are sticky.
And it makes a mess. And then you got.
But you're not supposed to use your hands in soccer, so it doesn't matter anyway for the kids.
Use your feet, right?
If anything, it's going to make the kids really not want to use their hands.
That's funny. And I'm sure the parents are like, "That's really great of you for, being an over-the-top parent, taking care of our kids with the healthy snacks." But
yeah,
who's going to clean my sticky kid? Who's going to clean my kid?
Well, you got to look at it like this. You're either going to have sticky fingers or you'll have like chip dust on your hands. Like there's no perfect answer here.
That's why I always get I get the muffins, real healthy. I get there's little bite muffins.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
They're a staple in the Crockett household.
Yes. You get those in bulk too at Costco. So I was like, perfect. The kids will love them. And if they fall on the ground, like, because you pop them in your mouth, so there's no crumbs everywhere. It's perfect for the car.
They are perfect.
And a lot of sugar, unfortunately.
That's all right. They're running around. They're burning that stuff off anyway.
It's fine. I have a blueberry off of that thing, and it's like, woof.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing. Doesn't bother them. How cool is this? You can live in Taylor Swift's home, her childhood home in Wyomissing, which isn't far from here in Allentown, selling for just under $1 million. Like,
is
literally.
That all?
That's how they get you. It's $100 under $1 million. It was originally bought by her parents in 1997 for just shy of $300,000.
I always find it fascinating when they do that, like listed at $999.9, because it's like, if somebody's really spending that much money, are they going to say, well, listen, if you go to $1 million, I'm not going to do it, but $999.99.
It's psychological, because you don't see $1 million. You see, okay, it's only 6 figures as opposed to 7. Okay. Although you would never post it as $1 million, it would be 1 figure, wouldn't it? Right, 1 with an M. Instead. But I can't. Why did that go up? And I realize housing, real estate is a booming industry right now. Like to sell, it's a seller's market right now. So I can understand why it went up, but I have to imagine it's also because it's Taylor Swift's home. Like you will always.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty important factor.
Right? You're the kid with living in Taylor Swift's bedroom. Like that's pretty wild. I wonder what the neighbors are like. Do you think Taylor Swift had good neighbors? I would hope so. Do you think they were borrowing sugar? Maybe that's where her passion for cooking came from too. Maybe like they borrow sugar from the neighbor. I
wonder if she has a little bit of land there. Like, do you think Taylor Swift has like a neighbor? Like, I feel like there's probably like a little bit of a.
Isn't that the tree farm? Isn't that the house that was on the tree farm?
Christmas tree farm?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy if someone did move into that house, say like a young family moved in, and then all of a sudden their like son or daughter became like a huge monster pop star?
Whoa.
Like, what if there really is just like some pixie dust in that house?
Yeah.
And then in like 15 years, we hear like, here's from Taylor Swift's house.
I want to go.
Slivinson.
I want to go to an open house. If it's even so.
I was thinking of that too. If you were an investor, because Swifties are a different breed. So if you bought that house and just kept it as is and then put some memorabilia in there, I'm not saying you'll make $1 million back on the house, but over time, I think you could probably turn a pretty good penny in that place. That's
pretty cool. We're going to be talking about how well you know your neighbors. Can you name them? Because that was actually our nearly impossible question yesterday. How we don't know your neighbors. What was it like? Let me see here.
I know one side. I've met both sides. I know one side. Although in fairness, the one side was like, they're a little bit of an older couple, and they were like, we've just been keeping it inside with COVID and everything like that. So I literally just met my neighbor. We moved in August. I actually met my neighbor to the left side for the first time, probably about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But our neighbors on the right.
To move, because that's when people were just kind of keeping to themselves. You moved what, a year ago? Was it a year ago that you moved?
A little less than, so about 8 months ago. So we had just gotten out of like the first big haul, and then little did we know, winter is coming.
I felt bad because our neighbor, and they're real friendly, which a name I'll never forget their names, and they were the ones that pointed out to me. But they're Mike and Carol, the Brady Bunch.
Well, I was just gonna say like the Brady's.
The Brady Bunch, yeah. Mike, I'm like, okay, I'll never forget. That's easy to remember. But they were outside. They had their fire pit going. They're like, "Come on over!" And I'm like, "We're not ready yet, but we're not ready."
Yeah.
So I hope I haven't offended any of my neighbors, because another neighbor invited us to go swimming, and I just like I wasn't. And
you didn't shave your legs. Just say it. You didn't shave your legs. Yeah.
Although I will tell you, I don't know if I was invited. I think my kids were invited, and they were still at the age.
No, you're a package deal. No, that's it.
I had to go.
You're a package deal.
That's the only thing about when you have a pool in the neighborhood. It's like, who's coming over now? I have to imagine that must be frustrating to a person that has a pool. Like someone's always coming over, and I in my head I thought I'm doing them a favor by saying it's okay. You don't have to feel obligated to invite kids over.
It's funny because my wife wants nothing to do with a pool.
Yeah, I grew up at the pool, and my parents felt that way. They're just like they actually filled it. They filled it with dirt.
Really? Wow. So, knowing your parents, yeah.
No one's coming.
See, but I look at it as like I would love, like I had a pool growing up and loved. I think it gave my parents a reason to be like, okay, I know where the kids are.
But also I'd be terrified because I'd be like, I know the kids are in the pool. I don't want anything bad to happen.
It's definitely, So, but
I didn't want them to feel like obligated because I had to go with the kids. I had to, because they're young, and I wanted to make sure I was an extra set of eyes for my two kids too, so they don't have to worry about that. So I said, so I thought I was doing them a favor. I think I may have inadvertently offended them. It bothers me. They're great neighbors, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, are those the emails we keep getting?
We're never going to be invited back. I think they took it as Okay. All right. Well, you don't want to come over?
I
Fine.
keep getting emails talking about how friendly I am, and then in like the bottom of it in bold, it's just how unfriendly.
In my head, I thought I was doing them a favor, less work for them, and I don't think.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess people just hate you.
can
Dave, good morning. Happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
Dave, go Phillies. You said it, pal.
Oh, we have to go, but we have
We
to
do have
give
to
our.
go.
I'm going to add a song. It's
No, don't add a song. We have to go.
What we got to give our
8 o'clock.
Thank you.
8 o'clock. Fuel up. We'll see you there. Have a good weekend,
Okay,
jabronis.